So let's go back to your first memories coming here. What got you involved when you first arrived in the early 50s? What was your first visit like?
Well, when I got married,
Okay.
when I got married, he
Who's
came
he?
here. My ex-husband.
Which is?
My deceased husband
Okay.
now. Okay.
You became involved here because of your husband. What's
Yes.
his name?
His name, well, he went by the name of Eddie Murray.
Okay, so you and Eddie Murray brought you down here because he knew somebody. Who did he know?
Well, he worked out. He worked out at the platform.
Okay.
They
He
had
he was a gymnast?
No, he was. He worked out with the weights.
Okay.
You know, in back of the shack was a weight platform.
Okay.
And so we came down here, and when he came down here and worked out with the weights, I'd go over to do some handstands or something. I'd do something else, or I'd want to play volleyball, or I'd want to play ping pong.
Okay.
You know, it was my playground. And we'd bike down here from Venice. We lived on Hill Street, I believe, when we first got married with Seymour. And right next to Muscle House.
Okay. And so what was Muscle House to you at that time?
Muscle House was a group of guys that worked out at the gym or worked out at the platforms, and they lived at Muscle House, and they were all vegetarians, like Jerry Ross and Buddy Pryor and maybe, I don't know.
I know George Eiferman lived there and Steve Reeves.
Yeah, Steve Reeves lived there. A lot of people from were next door.
Let me ask you this. When you mentioned Muscle House,
Yeah.
give us a little bit more, if you would, about you said vegetarians. I mean, bodybuilders and weightlifters are famously into protein. How'd that work out? Why was it all vegetarian?
I guess they just didn't eat the meat in her house.
Okay.
But they all worked out.
So they ate beans and rice and all that vegetables. And
She
that type
just
of thing.
didn't let them bring it into the house.
That was Joyce.
Yeah, but they went to the Roundup. They went to different places, and they ate a lot of meat. Believe me, they were on almost pure protein diets.
Okay.
But they'd go elsewhere to get their protein.
So she didn't allow the meat in the house, but you could go off elsewhere and eat your meat. Okay.
Right.
So and she allowed bodybuilders to rent rooms.
Yes, she rented the rooms to bodybuilders. I don't know maybe somebody else might know how many rooms she had, because I never went in the house.
Okay.
I just saw them outside in the yard.
Yeah, how it was.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So on your early experiences here, Eddie would work out with weights, your ex-husband.
Yeah.
And you would then, by just free time and curiosity, go over and experiment with gymnastics.
Yeah.
Were you into gymnastics when you were in high school or before Muscle Beach?
A little bit, because I was raised almost on the beach, so I was used to the rings and doing dislocates and hanging by my legs from the bars and things like that.
Okay.
You know, I was used to that kind of stuff.
Okay.
So I liked the beach. I mean, the beach was my life.
So then did you blossom into your gymnastics here? Did you find that this was a place of learning?
Well, this was a place of learning, but also it was things that I was interested in, and I liked playing volleyball. I mean, who doesn't like to go to work or go to school and come out and play afterwards?
Absolutely.
And that's what it was to me. It was like an adult playground and a reunion, and all my friends were around, and it was just a joyful place to be.
And then as you were advancing forward, tell us about the going through the experience. Were you here on weekends only, or did you come on weekdays?
No, I tried to live as close as I could to the beach, so I could come down here after work. You know, even if I was working, this was my playground.
Did people know, as you came down, you just felt at home here,
Yes.
but you had celebrities here at the time. Steve Reeves, I mean, people that were celebrities at that time, did they just casually blend with everybody else?
Well, people before me knew him better. You know, it's just like Jack LaLanne was primarily here mostly before I came, but occasionally they'd come here. You know, it's like Gypsy Boots was here, and Gypsy Jean was here.
What about the way women were treated at that time? You seemed like you enjoyed it. Did you fit right in? Did you feel like women were honored and respected back then more than they were generally in society? Were you welcomed into the athletics? How'd that go?
Yes, I played a little volleyball. I worked out and tried to do handstands. I learned a one-arm handstand at one point. I did things with Mo. I I just enjoyed it. I played a little ping pong. I rode my bicycle from Venice all the way over here. I got my exercise and stayed in shape that way.
How were women treated here? And in terms of being athletes, in terms of being welcomed into the gymnastics?
People would always try and teach you.
Okay.
They teach one another.
Was it an unusual teaching environment? Like, were you surprised? What surprised you about Muscle Beach? Anything?
No. I just enjoyed the various different activities that went. In other words, it's like an adult playground. You do what you want. Whatever you felt like doing, it was here. You want to socialize, you socialize.
Okay.
You want to dance outside of one of the restaurants.
Yeah.
Towards the evening, that's what we would do. We'd congregate.
Was there anything disappointing about Muscle Beach?
Not that I know of.
Tell us about the ending of Muscle Beach. What comes to mind
Well,
for you?
it didn't come to an abrupt ending, because once they took the platform away, we just migrated to the grass.
So Muscle Beach really never closed?
No.
But you're still here. People are still coming around Muscle Beach.
Well, not as much.
Okay.
Not as much. They come mostly on Sunday. There's a lot of activity on the grass. They made a larger area on the grass for people to do adagio and stuff.
Okay. So that continues, the adagio,
Yes.
the gymnastics. So Muscle Beach, did Muscle Beach then really ever leave Muscle Beach?
I don't think so, except for the platform, except for the weight platform.
Right. But the gymnastics continues.
No. The gymnastic continues. The chest got bigger.
Yeah.
And no ping pong anymore.
All right. But the gymnastics continued all these years here.
Yes, yes.
So Muscle Beach gymnastics never left.
No.
So would you say that this is still known for a gymnastics
Yes, absolutely.
center?
Absolutely.
So Muscle Beach gymnastics in Santa Monica never left.
No. No. And
Is that right?
As a matter of fact, the grass area is bigger than what the platform used to be.
Okay. So when the city of Santa Monica removed the platform, that didn't take away Muscle Beach.
No. No. No.
So how do you feel about how do you feel about people calling Venice Muscle Beach?
I just don't think it's right. I just think that they should call it maybe Little Muscle Beach
Or
something.
how about just Muscle Beach Venice? Then it would
Well,
distinguish it. That's what we had back when I was there.
Maybe Muscle Beach Venice or Little Muscle Beach or a replica, because the real
It's not the original.
It's not the original. The original Muscle Beach was Santa Monica, and they started it. You don't steal a name from someplace else.
Okay.
You just don't do it. It's not right. Right.
Arnold Schwarzenegger was born in Graz, Austria.
Right.
You know, you don't say he was born in Chicago.
No, no. Now, this is Muscle Beach, and it never left. How can an area leave?
Well, some people say that
There's only one Muscle Beach, and that's all there is to it.
Okay, but some people say that Muscle Beach closed and moved.
No, it never moved. Muscle Beach never moved.
And that's why we have the sign over there that says this is the original location.
That's
So
right.
there's only one. Okay.
That's right.
So now as you go forward, when you look at the city of Santa Monica close the platform
Well, the
being removed,
platform was being closed. They thought they were closing Muscle Beach, but they couldn't close Muscle Beach.
Okay.
You can't take Muscle Beach out of an area. I mean, you can't do it.
the people are Muscle Beach.
That's it.
Is that true?
That's it. That's
Okay.
it. You can't take it out.